Jungkook's straightforward reply to a fan. Jungkook discusses his religious beliefs publicly for the first time. The BTS member asked fans to stop sending him gifts and suggested that they should spend that money on themselves instead. He also disclosed that he had to go to the hospital due to persistent ill health. YG Entertainment confirmed that BLACKPINK's Jisoo is in a relationship, and investors are keenly urging YG Entertainment to disclose the details regarding BLACKPINK's contract renewals. Jungkook's straightforward reply to a fan. BTS's Jungkook recently garnered attention for his assertive response to a fan's comment on their discomforting experience watching his live broadcast due to language barriers. Jungkook, over the past few months, has engaged with fans through various live broadcasts. These sessions include casual chats, workout routines, or interactions with his friend Mingyu from 17. Despite his usual practice of speaking in Korean, Jungkook often makes an effort to incorporate English to cater to his international audience, especially when live subtitles are unavailable. During one of these broadcasts on August 3rd, a fan who was unfamiliar with the Korean language expressed their frustration in a comment, saying that watching the live was challenging because he didn't comprehend the language. Jungkook chose not to overlook this comment and instead responded in a candid manner that was highly appreciated by netizens. He began by acknowledging that he too grapples with language barriers and suggested that the fans start learning Korean. In a motivating tone, he conveyed that both of them should focus on learning languages instead of lamenting their language limitations. Continuing his response, he asserted that he faces similar linguistic struggles. Highlighting the fact that it must be equally frustrating for him, he again encouraged the fan to commence their Korean learning journey. His parting word, a spirited "Whiting," underscored his encouraging stance. Netizens were thrilled with Jungkook's response, which was translated and shared during the live broadcast. In the past, ARMYs have advised against pointing out language barriers during viewers' broadcasts. So when Jungkook addressed this issue directly, fans commended him, suggesting that ARMY should make an effort to understand some Korean to bridge the gap. Fans cherished his reply, which effectively dismissed any sense of entitlement from the fan. Jungkook discusses his religious beliefs publicly for the first time. In a recent Weverse live session, Jungkook disclosed his views on religion, which had been a subject of speculation among fans. Given that the BTS members usually keep their personal lives quite private, including their religious beliefs, fans had theorized about Jungkook's potential Christian faith based on a few clues. For instance, Jungkook attended the School of Performing Arts in Seoul, a faith-oriented institution that labels itself as South Korea's premier Christian-based high school dedicated to performing arts. The curriculum includes mandatory religious services and weekly Bible lessons. Another point of consideration was Jungkook's obsessive practice of praying before meals, a tradition common but not exclusive to Christianity. His performance of the Christian carol O Holy Night, with lyrics referring to Christ's birth, added further to the speculation. However, there were instances of Jungkook displaying practices linked to Buddhism, such as during the Chosak greeting, where his prayer style mirrored that of Buddhists. There are also photographs of him at a Buddhist temple. Another piece of evidence was the mala beaded bracelet commonly used in Hinduism and Buddhism for meditation, which Jungkook was seen wearing frequently during photo shoots, music videos, and live broadcasts. Recently, Jungkook broke his silence on the matter during a live broadcast on Weverse. He clarified that he doesn't follow any religion, revealing that while his father's family were Christians, his mother's side was Buddhist. He added that he, along with his siblings, was never pressured into adopting a specific faith. This disclosure explained why Jungkook seems to incorporate practices from both Christian and Buddhist traditions. Hence, it's accurate to state that Jungkook doesn't align with any particular denomination, but rather is non-religious. Jungkook asked fans to stop sending him gifts and suggested that they spend that money on themselves instead. The BTS member recently sent his fans buzzing when he inadvertently unveiled his clandestine TikTok account on Weverse. Initially using the pseudonym Yan, he subsequently renamed it to JK upon inadvertently disclosing it. Although Jungkook stated he will not be using this account frequently now that it had been discovered, he did share a dance challenge video with 17's Mingyu and has engaged with other users' content. As fans were gleefully exploring the meme edits that Jungkook had shown appreciation for on TikTok, he astonished them by spontaneously going live on the platform. On July the 3rd, he held an impromptu live stream explaining his decision as a result of mere curiosity. Throughout the brief live session, Jungkook received a flood of virtual gifts from his viewers. TikTok's feature allows users to purchase live gifts and send them to their favorite content creators during live sessions, from which the recipient obtains a share of the expenditure. Jungkook considered that he was not acquainted with the workings of TikTok live sessions, even struggling to end the stream. Subsequently, he conducted another live session of viewers during which he inquired about the gifts. Upon learning from fans that the virtual stickers are purchased and gifted to live streamers, he further queried if there was an option to disable this feature. Discovering that there wasn't, he then appealed to his fans not to use this feature during his live streams. He explained that his live sessions were solely a means to connect with his fans, not to receive gifts, and suggested that they spend that money on themselves instead. Jungkook disclosed that he had to go to the hospital due to persistent ill health. Jungkook recently provided fans an update on his health condition, revealing he had been feeling unwell for more than a month. The beloved K-pop idol stated that he had to make a hospital visit after contracting a cold. Fans displayed their concern by flooding social media with messages wishing him a speedy recovery, to which the singer expressed his gratitude. During a late-night live session, Jungkook shared that he had been to the hospital a few days earlier due to his persistent ill health. It's worth noting that Jungkook has been feeling under the weather for some time now. After his appearance on Good Morning America, he had mentioned earlier that his throat was not in great shape. YG Entertainment confirmed that BLACKPINK's Jisoo is in a relationship. BLACKPINK's Jisoo and actor Hyun have confirmed their relationship on August 3rd, as verified by both YG Entertainment and FN Entertainment. A spokesperson for YG Entertainment addressed the media, sharing that Jisoo and Hyun are in the early stages of their relationship and getting acquainted. They requested fans and the public to support and warmly regard them. Hyun's agency, FN Entertainment, expressed a similar sentiment in their statement. Earlier in the day, Dispatch, a media outlet, had exclusively reported that the couple was spending a lot of time together at Jisoo's residence in Yongsan whenever she was in Korea. Hyun, born in 1988, is currently 35 years old, whereas Jisoo, who was born in 1995, is 28 years old. Both celebrities made their debut in 2016. Hyun began his career with the movie Hia, and Jisoo made their debut with BLACKPINK. Investors are keenly urging YG Entertainment to disclose the details regarding BLACKPINK's contract renewals, an issue on which the company has so far remained silent. People within the industry have predicted that the conclusion of BLACKPINK's contract won't likely occur until August 26th, implying that any announcement might be deferred until September 2023 or later. As the negotiations are still ongoing, there are additional speculations suggesting that each member's renewal advance payment might be approximately 1.5 billion Korean won. These figures exclude the regular income. As per industry analysts, post-contract renewals artists typically received 80% of the profits, while the agencies retain the remaining 20%. This signifies a major shift from the debut contracts, where agencies generally secure between 60 to 80% of the income. The estimate of 1.5 billion Korean won per member was based on Big Bang's past renewal agreement, which allocated 1 billion Korean won to each member. Given that BLACKPINK is considered to contribute over 80% to YG Entertainment's operational profit, there's a chance that the figure could increase. The group's international acclaim and marketing potential will also be factored into this decision. A representative from YG Entertainment suggested to the press that the announcement regarding the renewals could possibly be postponed until after September 2023, as the group's world tour is scheduled to end in late August. YG Entertainment is also expected to disclose the renewal status of iKON's contract in the near future.